Alec Peirce at the Ranch, and Kevin tells me that we have already done a couple of videos called The Most Important Tool in Your Toolbox. Well, that's quite possible, because there are a lot of really important tools in your toolbox, and so if I already done that, fine, I hope you enjoyed it, but I'm serious this time. This is the most important tool in your toolbox. I'll probably say that next time too, but anyway, what is the most important tool in your toolbox? Certainly if you're a carpenter, there's no question about it. And even if you're a mechanical guy, a machinist if you like, I think it's equally. The most important tool in your toolbox is your tape measure. Yeah, your tape measure. You can't do anything without a tape measure. You don't think about it because it just hangs there in your belt and you want to measure 12 inches. Then you get your saw out and your saw becomes really important. And then you want to, you use your hammer out. You forget about this. You can't cut it and you can't nail it until you measure it. So really, if you think about it, I'm right this time, right, Kev? I'm right. Okay. Most important tool is the tape measure. And this is a pretty typical tape measure, 16 feet, good length, and 1 inch. Get it nice and wide. That's for when you want to measure way, way up, Kevin. I don't know if you know why they're so wide. You can put it way up and it doesn't bend. See, thin ones bend, and it ruins the tape measure. Anyway, so get it nice and wide. So this is a pretty typical tape measure. And this particular one is also good because it has feet and inches, and it has those centimeter things too, which I actually use a great deal, but I'm a feet inches guy. A small thing that I'm going to share with you, because a lot of people don't know this. They know that it exists, but they don't know why. But the metal clip on the end, a little metal clip on the end that you hook over the board or wherever it happens to be, you know, it's always loose. And people say, how come that's loose? It's loose for a very good reason. If you're measuring against something like this, you see, and then you want to measure away from something, well, the problem is that this hook is about 1/16 of an inch wide, right? So if you measure from as opposed to a hook, you're going to get, it's going to be out by 1/16 of an inch because that thing is 1/16 of an inch thick. So that movement in the end is 1/16 of an inch, or whatever it happens to be. That movement amount is equal to the thickness of the hook. So whether you're pulling on the board or pushing on the board, you get an accurate measurement. You think about that, you'll understand what I mean. Anyway, that's a pretty typical tape measure and it works really, really well. A lady sent me this. It's called the Scribe, and it's by a company called GRIP Tech, I think. I'll get the exact name for you in just a minute. She sent me this and said, you might like this, Alec, because you like tape measures. I like hers, that's for sure. One of the problems with these tape measures, even the one that I like, is that when you're measuring something, and particularly if it's long and you're measuring out 16 feet, and sure enough, you get to 15.5 feet and it slips off the end. You got to go back and hook it on again and hook it on and then stretch it all the way out. And sure enough, it's a bit windy. You get all the way down there and the darn thing comes off. So it's a little bit of a nuisance when this hook on the end slips off. It's particularly a problem if you're measuring, let's say you're building a house or you're framing something, you're using a lot of 2x4s, and you hook this onto a 2x4 and you got to measure whatever, 10, 12, 14 feet, because the edge of a 2x4 is rounded. I'm sure any of you know that. A 2x4 has rounded edges on it. Yeah, not nice and square like this piece of wood, rounded. And this thing doesn't like rounded edges. It comes off all the time. I don't know, maybe you guys have better luck than I do, but I can't keep that on there. I drill a hole and put a nail in it maybe. You can't do that. Whatever. GRIP Tech. This doesn't happen. Now they use a traditional push button to hold it in place. Let's take a little bit out here, okay? Hold it in place. Now, I hook it on the end like that. It's not coming off. In fact, you can't lift it off. It's almost impossible to pull that off. How do they do that? You might think, well, they probably have teeth in there or little hooks in there. You can't put teeth in there because that would throw off the measurement. No, what they did, you see the hook on the end is not chrome plated. It's black. Yes, because it has a black coating on there of some sort. It's fantastic. And the black paint or whatever, the powder coating, whatever it is in there, is filled with little diamond, I don't know if they're diamonds or not, but little, I can see little silver gritty pieces. It's like a piece of coarse sandpaper. You sharpen your nails on that, Kevin. Anyway, when you hook that onto a piece of wood, it's hooked on. Put it on a little bit of pressure and pull. You can walk back 16 feet. It doesn't say on here. It must be 16 feet or 25 feet. You can walk back there and that's not going to come off. Even in the wind, keep a bit of pressure on it, it won't come off. So right off the bat, I said, wow, this is great. Extremely well made, full 1 inch. It's kind of nice if you use feet and inches, which a lot of people do. Feet and inches are up here. And then down at the bottom, it has the fractions. Yeah, so there's an eighth, quarter, 3/8, a half, and so on. So you don't have to be figuring out the lines. It's marked right there for you. And then on the back, once again, it has those vertical markings. So it has everything that a good tape measure should have, and it has that fantastic gripper on the end. Now that's not all. That's not all. And I had to read the package. It came in a nice package from GRIP Smart Scribe, from GRIP, just GRIP, I guess, and from them. And I've read the package, and hey, that's kind of neat. What's that all about? So here's what you can do. Watch. So you want to measure something 21 inches long. So what would you do traditionally? Well, you would pull out about 2 feet, and then you hook that on the end. That's not going to slip because it's a grip. And then you take your pencil and you mark 21 inches right carefully at the line, right? And then you get your square and your saw and everything else. Now with this tape measure, it's easy, okay? What you do is you pull out 21 inches, and the edge of the tape measure is dead straight, so you pull out exactly 21 inches, and then down at the bottom, there's a little button on the side. You flip that, and you flip this little sharp pointer out. You put that onto the end like that, and you go like that, and you have a mark at 21 inches. No pencil, no square, nothing. I thought it was a great idea. Now, it may not be as accurate as you may want it to be with a sharp pencil and using your own eyes, but I measured a few of these, and it's darned accurate. But anyway, certainly for framing and for general carpentry, it'd be a fantastic idea. Push the button, and that little point disappears, and you're back in business again. Just that easy. So, it's a great idea. It comes with a great belt clip, lock button, marked on both sides, hook can't come off, and a built-in marker as well. And so she was right when she sent this to me. I do like it, and I'm certainly going to keep this, and I'll probably use it a great deal. I'll show it to you in a year. We'll see if it still looks like this. I'm going to get Kevin to give you some more information on that tape. So anyway, there you go. Most important tool in your toolbox, how they've improved over the years, and some ideas for you. Okay, that's it. That's all it is. Hope there was something in there for you. Talk to you soon. Alec Peirce.